Bryan, I think that a lot of people who are entrepreneurs, business owners, creators, they have this idea of a vision, right? This thing that they want to go build, create. In some period of time on the timeline of moving towards that vision, they get stuck, they get lost, they get corrupted, they get confused, they disappear, they forget why they're doing it. How in the world do you maintain and sustain your vision for long-term growth?
The first thing I look at, Michael, is I look at with this innovation pipeline, and I call it actually surfing this pipeline, is that if you can create an innovative product, you look at the supply and demand curve, right? It's this, being able to, and I use Apple as an example, Mike, because we're talking about it. The sustaining, this generational brands, I call it in the book, those that are not one-hit wonders, have been able to magically build product on the early adopter end of the supply and demand curve. And they've been able to surf it all the way to the back end through generational or incremental improvements. Nobody needs an iPhone 14. But for whatever reason, Apple's been able to create this ecosystem that everybody wants the latest and greatest. And you're talking about how do you stay and sustain generational brands? Nike's been able to do it. And they do it through also being able to build communities and what I call loyalty around the brand and the lifestyle that people adopt as a result of wearing their product. And I use a quote in the book, which I still to this day think is one of the greatest quotes ever, was from Ralph Lauren, where he said, "We're not selling a product, we're selling a lifestyle." And everybody's got a polo.